All right, welcome everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 5 really good reasons to file for Social Security right away at the age of 62. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. Now, first off, really quickly before we get into it, I just want to throw this out there really fast. I am never here in these short videos to influence anybody when it comes down to your Social Security benefit. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is your money, it's your benefit, and you know what is best for you. However, I do want to point out a few things that you may want to think about going forward because it's your money, and I want to help you maximize as much as you possibly can get out of Social Security, but at the same time doing what is best for you and your lifestyle and what you have going on in your life right now. So with that being said, let's jump into it and talk about the 5 really good reasons to file for Social Security right away at the age of 62. And again, money, more money every single month for the rest of your life. That sounds pretty appealing, right? Yeah, exactly. However, really fast, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you have not done so yet, will you please make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day, watching the details, watching the headlines, doing the research, advocating on your behalf, answering your questions, and doing anything I possibly can to help you navigate this very confusing time. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends on social media with the share button right down below as well. Thank you once again. I truly appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and let's talk through these points one at a time. All right, so I've broken down these 5 points here, and again, I want to bring this to your attention, something to think about, okay? And again, there's a million different reasons why filing for Social Security at the age of 62 is a really good idea, and there's also a million reasons why waiting after the age of 62 is also a really good idea, but I don't know. I want to break it down for you here in this video. All right, so number 1 is money now versus money later. Let me explain really quickly on a very basic level. Now, again, I could really expand on this one in a major way. We could spend a half an hour just talking about this one point alone. But let me kind of solidify everything here in just one really quick example, okay? Let's all think back 4 or 5 years ago. You're going to the grocery store and you have a $100 bill in your hand. Not bad, right? You go into the grocery store and you buy exactly $100 worth of groceries, okay? Now, again, it could be the grocery store, it could be a clothing store, it could be a shoe store. It doesn't really matter, right? I'm just talking about a grocery store because we can all relate, right? All right, so you walk out of the grocery store, an hour later with your $100 worth of groceries. Awesome. Very exciting, right? Now, let's fast forward all the way to today. You walk into the grocery store with that same $100 bill. It's the same $100 bill, okay? You walk out an hour later. The number of groceries and the items that you've bought with that $100 today, is it the same as what you bought 4 or 5 years ago with that same $100? I think we all know the answer. Not even close, right? Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe you walked out with 2, 3, 4 bags, something like that. Today, you're lucky if you walk out with a bag and a half, 2 bags maybe at most, right? It's not much. My point is, I think we can all agree today you're not getting nearly as much as you did 4 or 5 years ago with that same $100. My point is depletion of purchasing power. Money is becoming worth less as time goes on and on because of inflation, okay? So this is one of the main reasons, okay? So $100 today, or even a $1,000 monthly benefit, $1,500 a monthly benefit, $2,000, whatever the monthly benefit would be, getting that monthly money now out of Social Security is going to be worth way more today than what it's going to be worth in, say, 5 years if you waited until the age of 67. Does that kind of make sense? Okay, so that's all I'm saying right now, okay? Like the old saying goes, a bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. In other words, you're way better off having 1, as in money in hand now, today, than what you would be better off having the same amount of money or even a little bit more at some point in the future. We know this much. Money will continue to depreciate because of inflation, guaranteed, okay? Reason I know that is because inflation is not going anywhere. Inflation will continue to go on, whether the pace is very rapid like it has been the last couple of years or not, we don't know, but either way, our money is depleting, and it's depleting fast, okay? So therefore, purchasing power continues to deplete. What you can get that for that $100 gets less and less and less the further you push out in the future, okay? That's number 1. Number 2 is insolvency. Now, here's the thing. You've heard me talk about this many other times in other videos, or if you haven't seen me in other videos before, then this is something that you've probably heard about, okay? Social Security trust funds are becoming insolvent. In other words, right now, they have plenty of money. They're fine. But in the next roughly 9 years, give or take a little bit, the trust funds will be completely depleted. In other words, gone. The trust fund, the savings account for Social Security will be empty. In other words, they have normal money to draw on that, and the only money they'll be able to pay out to beneficiaries is is the money out of payroll taxes that is coming in. In other words, benefits will be cut anywhere between about 23 and 25% based on the current numbers as of right now. So my point is, would you want to take your full benefit as much as you possibly can before we potentially see a 23 or 25% cut in roughly 9 years? Yeah, exactly, right? So grab as much as you can now before it goes away in a major, major way, right? In other words, 23, 25% is gone right off the top because they're out of money, okay? So that's the reason why, okay? So insolvency, again, I've talked about it many other times in other videos, but this is a major, major reason. You can get that money now, start stashing it away or doing whatever you want with it. And, you know, insolvency, if it comes, well, at least you've grabbed as much as you possibly can before that comes in and reduces your benefits substantially, okay? Now, again, really quickly here, I do not anticipate insolvency to hit. I don't anticipate that. I do anticipate them to come forward with some kind of agreement to fix the program, but we have no idea. The scary part is we don't know what the future holds for Social Security. That's the problem, okay? Insolvency is a real thing, and it could happen. Even though I don't think it will, you never know. We don't know. That's the major problem with this, okay? All right, so that's number 2. Number 3, time. Okay, now let's talk about this. One of the major, major factors you need to take into consideration when thinking about filing for Social Security is life expectancy. I know, we don't want to think about it, we don't want to talk about it, but this is the major factor that comes down to for Social Security timing and determining when is the best time to file for your benefit. Now, we don't know life expectancy, right? None of us know our life expectancy. We can probably, guess. We can anticipate. We can throw some projections and estimations and things like that based on a variety of factors. We can all kind of give a timeline thinking, okay, I think I have about this much time. We don't know though, right? None of us know. However, no matter how you cut it, whether you file for Social Security right at the age of 62, you wait until 67, or you wait until the age of 70, here's the reality. The vast majority of beneficiaries break even somewhere between the ages of 77 and 81. That's the break even for the vast majority of beneficiaries. In other words, whether you file at 62, 67, or 70, you're all going to break even right around that range, 77 to 81. So my point is, the only time that it really makes sense to file for Social Security later is if you plan on living significantly beyond the age of 81, okay? Obviously, none of us know. I'm just simply saying, if you think there's a really good chance you're going to live to be 90, 95, 100 years old, well then obviously waiting until the age of 70 would make the most sense for you. But if you feel like, hey, I think I'm only going to make it till like 75, 80, maybe 81 at the most, if that's your case, then filing for Social Security immediately upon the age of 62 is honestly the best bet for you, okay? Again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You got to figure that out for yourself, but I'm just simply saying that's the break even, okay? No matter where you claim, everybody breaks even around that range, okay? So please take that into consideration. That's also a very important point right there. And yeah, that's a tough conversation we need to have with ourselves, but that's the reality as well, okay? So anyway, that's number 3. Now, number 4 is time freedom from work, okay? I know this is kind of similar to the last one, but think of the point here. Time freedom, or maybe I should just say work freedom, okay? Let me explain the details about this one. So let's just say that you're working full-time right now, and you're, 62, 63, whatever, you're approaching 62. If you're working full-time right now, do you want to continue working full-time? I'm going to go ahead and guess, probably not, right? I don't know. I don't want to anticipate. I don't want to assume for anybody, but if you're working right now full-time and you're, pushing 62 or you're a little after 62, you may be thinking, I don't really want to continue spending my days like this, right? I want to have work freedom. Now, the cool thing about this is you can still file at the age of 62 or anywhere between 62 and your full retirement age, and you can still work with there is a penalty, but provided you're lower than the income thresholds that they've established, you have no penalty on your income. Now, again, I want to point this out really quickly because there is a penalty above a certain threshold, but provided you stay below that, you're fine, okay? Now, let me point this out. Let's just say that you're working full-time and you're earning, let's just say 50 grand a year, 45,000 a year, okay? I'm just making up numbers here, okay? But either way, you can still work part-time. You could work 20 hours a week, and you could still earn up to $22,320 a year, or right now in 2024, that is the income threshold right now for this year, okay? 2024, you can earn $22,320 for the entire year, or on average, $1,860 a month is how much you can earn without having any garnishment to your benefit, okay? So, however, if you earn over that threshold, the $22,320 for the entire year, they're going to garnish your benefit at a pace of $1 for every $2 that you earn over that limit, okay? That's a pretty steep garnishment there, okay? So you obviously want to avoid that, any garnishment to your benefit. But just remember, that's the case, okay? So just take all that into consideration, and yeah, if you're working like that and you want to cut down your hours and things like that, you still want to work a little bit, but maybe not full time, you may want to take your benefit. It's money coming in from Social Security for the rest of your life once you start taking it, and then you can still work a little bit, have some income up to that $22,320 level on an annualized basis this year, which, by the way, that does continue to increase each and every year. It increases a little bit. It's not a ton, maybe like $900 or so a year. It's not a whole lot, but it does increase. And then you can still work and have some income coming in from work. So you have a couple sources of income from work and income from Social Security. And you've also freed up a lot of extra time for yourself, right? So another cool factor right there that wanted to bring to your attention, really quickly. Now, next, point number 5 is it's your money, okay? Let's talk about this one really quickly, okay? I mentioned this earlier at the beginning of the video and a couple of times throughout this video, which is this is your money. You've earned it, okay? You've spent years and years, decades and decades of your life working, paying in through Social Security payroll taxes. Now, let me ask you really quickly. Did they blink an eye? Did they hesitate? Did they even falter for a second taking Social Security payroll taxes out of your paycheck? No, not a chance, okay? Look on your pay stub. It's called FICA, F-I-C-A. That is Social Security and Medicare payroll taxes. Every single pay period, day in and day out, they're taking that money right out of your check, okay? They don't come and ask you and say, hey, hi, can we take Social Security payroll taxes this week? No, they don't ask. They take before you even see a penny of it. So my point is, they did not hesitate for even a second to take your money that you earned. It's probably your time now to maybe get some of that money back, okay? So it's your money. You've earned it through all of the years that you've put in, paying in through these payroll taxes. Again, decades. You probably have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 years under your belt of paying in through Social Security payroll taxes. And again, they took it every single week, every other week, whenever they take it and your paychecks. And again, now it's your turn to take back, okay? So it's your money, okay? You've earned it, and this is your time to get that money back. And again, do whatever you see best, whatever's best for your situation, okay? Everybody doesn't need the money right away, so they say, hey, I'm going to continue waiting, and I'm just going to wait a little bit older, till I'm a little bit older, because every month that goes by, remember, your benefits are reduced for every 1 month that you file for your benefit before your full retirement age. Your benefits are reduced, okay? So every 1 month that you wait, your benefit effectively gets a little bit of a bump to it. It's not much, but it's a little bit. And, months and months and months, years that go by, now you've effectively raised your benefit by, a pretty substantial margin, right? So anyway, I want to point that out really quickly. And again, it's your money. A lot of people realize like, hey, should I really be taking this? If I don't need the money and Social Security is going to be insolvent, do I feel right taking the money? Absolutely, 100%. Again, it's your money, right? So you got to do what's best for you, right? If you want to see that extra check rolling into your bank account, that extra deposit coming in every single month, then if that's going to make you happy and give you time freedom from work and give you a little bit of financial freedom to do what you need, to put a little bit of extra food on the table, to maybe buy some extra clothes, pay down some debts, whatever you see fit for yourself, you got to do what's best for you. But that also offers a lot of security to people as well. But one other thing I want to point out really quickly as well. Remember as well, okay? Social Security is only supposed to replace 40% of your income, okay? So if you're earning $100,000 these days and you want to take Social Security and just completely retire, just remember, it's only going to replace about 40% of that, okay? That's only about $40,000 a year. So to go from $100K down to $40K is going to be a major, major lifestyle change, unless you plan for that over many years, okay? So I'm just saying, just take all that into consideration, okay? A couple things I wanted to have you think about, but again, there's a million other reasons I could sit here and talk about for why you should claim at 62, why you may want to wait. Again, there's tons of reasons. Everybody's situation is different, but something to think about, okay? Anyway, if you want me to talk about more points, let me know down below in the comment section. I can certainly come back in a separate video, and I can talk about more points for you. Otherwise, these are 5, and again, just thinking points here, something to, write down, something to ponder about, something to sleep on, something to just talk to your spouse about, or just talk to yourself about, you know what I mean? Anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, as always, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Totally free to do so. Share the video, again, with the share button right down below as well. Totally free. Otherwise, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel in the video library, or those that I've hand selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. And until next time, check out the videos here on your screen as well. Some great videos there. Otherwise, I'll see you next in the video that you choose now. So yeah, have a nice day. Check out that video now, and I'll catch you